You don't need more hustle. You need systems. A lot of insurance agents don't have an effort problem, but they do have a system problem. They work hard, they make the calls, they do the follow-ups, they're out there grinding each and every day. And I get it. But even with all that effort, they still feel stuck. Because if your business only grows when you work harder, you're not really scaling, you're really in survival mode. And at some point, the hustle stops being the answer and burnout starts to set in. Hello, my name is Artez and welcome to Ensure Your Success, where we have real conversations about agency ownership. In this video, I want to talk about something that many insurance agents really need to hear. Because if you're really trying to build a business, effort is only going to take you so far. Let's be clear. It's nothing wrong with giving effort. In fact, you need effort if you want to succeed in business. You have to make the calls, book the appointments, learn how to deal with rejection, and build up confidence. But the problem is many agents stay stuck in the effort mode and never transition that to a more structured system mode. They build a business where everything totally depends upon them. Their energy, their discipline, their memory, and 100% of their personal effort. And over time, that becomes real exhausting. Let me tell you a personal story how that affected me. Some time ago, when I decided to get into agency building, I was doing everything. I was doing personal production, training, contracting, customer service, you name it, I was doing it. I was a one-stop shop, and everyone depended upon me. I had no room for error or mistakes. And when I would get home, I would be extremely exhausted. And at one point, I did consider about getting out of the business. The solution to that problem was either I could delegate that task by creating a system or hiring someone. I could eliminate that task altogether if it wasn't going to bring me closer to my goal, or I could put it on pause and maybe pick it up on a later date or until I figured out what I was going to do with that particular task. When I started to think like that, then I started to shift from being a personal producer who was wearing many hats to an agency owner. As an agency owner, I begin to focus on infrastructure and not just selling policies. I began to ask myself what systems that I could build that would handle this particular task on a consistent basis. So let's talk about the word systems. A lot of people hear that word and they think it's something complicated. We hear that word all the time on social media and YouTube, and many people make it sound complicated only because they really want you to buy their system. But to be honest with you, it's really not that complicated as you think. With a little bit of training and redirecting your effort, you can learn how to build systems to help scale and grow your business. Systems are just repeatable processes. They help operate your business on a consistent basis. Systems help you stop relying on motivation, memory, and random effort, and help you start building an infrastructure. Let me give you an example. Instead of following up manually on every single lead, you build a follow-up system. Instead of training every new agent from scratch, you build a training system. Instead of trying to recruit only when you feel like it, you build a recruiting system. Instead of wondering what you're going to post on social media every week, you build a marketing system. And believe me, systems change everything. Systems creates consistency, leverage, duplication, and scale. This is how you actually build a business that could grow over time. Let's make this a little bit more practical. Here are 4 systems that every insurance agent should focus on immediately. Number 1, a lead follow-up system. A process on how leads are contacted, nurtured, and moved toward setting an appointment. The next system is a sales system, a reputable structure for calls, presentations, objections, and closing sales. The next type of system is a recruiting system, a way to attract and develop future agents. And the last system is a marketing system, a content and a visibility strategy that keeps you in front of the right people. Systems allow you to be less chaotic, less reactive, less dependent upon you to do everything in real time, and that is where the scale starts. Now, you may be wondering and asking, Ortez, I'm still confused. How can I go about creating these systems? Good news is there's a solution to that problem, and it's called ChatGPT. In the description of this video, I have included a link for you to download my free copy of my guide, AI for Insurance Agents. So click the link below and download it. So this is the real shift. You have to stop seeing yourself as someone who just work hard and start to see yourself as someone who is building an infrastructure. Because if your goal is to become an agency owner, you cannot stay stuck in the hustle mindset only. At some point, you have to ask yourself, what can I delegate, what I could eliminate, and what I could put on pause? That's how you stop carrying the whole business on your back and start to build something that's bigger than your own effort. So if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or burnout, you may not need to work harder. You simply just need better systems, because the hustle may help you to survive, but systems will help you scale. So I have a question for you. What area in your business that you would like to delegate, eliminate, or pull on pause? I'd like for you to share that with me in the comments. Until next time, this is Ortez with Ensure Your Success. I'll see you on the next video.